Hey guys, wow, it's going to be an incredible day. We're going to talk a little bit about welcome. Just a few things, a few housekeeping things I need to talk about. There's been a lot of people asking about that iPad. Here's how that iPad's going to work. The drawing is going to go through Sunday. You need to go register at you need to register at jonathanribble.com/challenge. You need to register there. And then you need to join the Facebook group in Lead Machine. I'm broadcasting out to numerous locations today because I want everybody to know about this challenge today. And it's free, so we're wanting everybody to be included on it. But you need to do several things. I need you registered at at the jonathanribble.com/challenge. So you need to register for the challenge, and then you need to post a video in the Lead Machine group. Okay, you need to post a video within the Lead Machine group about your experience when it comes to marketing, exposure, and branding. Okay, marketing, exposure, and branding. We got 121 members in the Lead Machine group, which is amazing. And what I would like to do, did you know the average group on Facebook has a 10% activity rate? No matter if it's 10,000, 30,000. What if we had a 50% activity in our group? But I need you to tell me about your brand, your marketing experience, and what you have, what you want to get out of this challenge. So tell me that in a video, and then over the weekend I will watch those videos, and I've watched several of them. But I will watch those videos, and then I will pick, and the winner will be notified. But I've actually seen. And I'm also going to probably get somebody a world clock. When we do World Wide Web, to me has become, no matter what time, no matter what it is. But I'm really thrilled with everything. Now that's out of the way. So the iPad, to win it, is go to jonathanribble.com/challenge. I'll even put it up here on the screen. So this is where you need to go. You need to go to jonathanribble.com/challenge. Get in on the challenge. Okay. Make sure you register there. Make sure you join the Facebook group. So join the group. Because I can tell some of us are just watching from my timeline, so not from within the group. So go there, register for the challenge, post a video within the Lead Machine Branded or Stranded Challenge group, and then see who wins. Okay, guys, with that being said, that's out of the way. Chris, who was going to be here today, came down ill last night. So we're learning. This is our first challenge, guys, that we have put on. This is my first challenge that I have done. And we're learning that these challenges, I think the guy who came up with it, the first one, called it a challenge because he found out it was a challenge to put together. And they had challenges along the way. And anytime that you want to step into a new level, you're going to face a new devil. There are going to be challenges. I have a book here. It's called Goals. Let's see. Can you see that? It's Goals by Brian Tracy. In this book, he says, let me just read it. In fact, I just opened it. Okay. Back everything you do. I didn't even know I was going to open this book today, but I just opened it, so it must be divine. So there must be a reason. It says, back everything you do with unshakable persistence. Mary Buckland just did a uh, Mary just did a hey, who would like who is the one who said ironic? Who is the one that said ironic? Facebook user ironic. Who said that? Because I'm using StreamYard today and I cannot see see the name. So who said ironic? Um, Back everything you do with unshakable persistence. Who's me? Who's who's Mel? Who's Mel? Oh, it's Mary Frances. Okay, you're on a different user. You're on a different platform. Back everything you do with unshakable persistence. Resolve in advance that you will never, ever give up. Once you have determined your financial goals, resolve in advance that you will persist until you succeed. Make a decision that you will overcome every problem, setback, difficulty, and adversity until you finally win through and achieve your financial goals. Remember, when you set a big goal or set of goals for yourself, you are setting yourself up. Now, get this. Now, hear this, guys. Remember, and this is coming from one of the guys that I idolize in the goal setting and the personal development world, Brian Tracy, one of the guys that when you read his book and you hear what he's gone through, everybody looks at Brian and Tony and these guys that are majorly successful and they have built their brand. You have you're gonna face difficulties. You're going to face difficulties. Remember, when you set a big goal or set of goals for yourself, you're setting yourself up for frustration, failure, setbacks, difficulties, and temporary defeat. These experiences go along with the territory. It is impossible to succeed without these failures. However, the good news is that within each obstacle or setback will be the seed of an equal or greater advantage or benefit. Every problem or difficulty you experience will contain a lessons that once learned will help you to achieve your goals more surely in the future. Now, I want to have a conversation with somebody today. I would love if Scott Nelson, you needed to hear this. I'd love to have a conversation with you. Would you like to come on screen with me? If you're still there, Scott, would you have time to come on screen with me? I need to hear back that you would, or send me a private message. But Scott, I'm going to send you a link. I'm going to send a link to Scott in the comments. Scott, if you can see this, I want to just bring you on screen. So there's a link that's going out to Scott. So just Scott, not everybody all at once. I can't handle that many, but Scott, that's a link to join this thing. So click on that link, it'll bring you on. So if you got that, I just commented it out to everybody there. But I'd love to talk to Scott. So let me know when you're ready, Scott. Well, anyway, persistence is key, guys. You know, we're doing this challenge. This is the first one. They call them challenges because there's a lot to go into these things. There's a lot of behind the scenes to it. And we're talking about branded or stranded. And a lot of times we get stranded in life that a lot of times we get stranded or branded within life. And Mary, just so you know, I'm broadcasting this out to 8 different platforms right now. So I'm not too concerned right now. I just want to get the message out to people. So because we were having so many technical difficulties with the Zoom yesterday, and people couldn't find the Zoom link. So I'm still waiting for Scott. I don't know if he's. Let me see if he's still there. Scott, are you still there? Scott, are you still there? Okay, send the link there for you. Okay, I will do that. Bringing Scott on now, guys, so this should be fun. Just getting the love interacting with new people. So here we are. There you go. It's on its way, Scott. Just click on that link and you should be able to come right on in. But anyway, persistence is key. Mary did a video this morning and it was ironic that she did a video on this very thing. And she talked about her, yes, Mary, I watch your videos. She talked about her, she talked about her tabs on her computer screen, and her tabs on her computer screen said, success, said goals, said determination, said all these little tabs, and all of them stay on her computer screen except one, and it's at the bottom, and she doesn't understand why it falls off. None of the others fall off, but it's down at the bottom, and her tab was persistence, and it kept falling off. Persistence tends to keep falling off. So we're going to talk to Scott today. I see him here, so I'm going to bring him on. Scott, how you been? I hear an echo. Can you shut off your Facebook there for a minute, Scott? Or turn off, just close that Facebook tab.
Yeah. There we go.
There we go. You can always come back to it, but I just want to.
Oh, no, I can't hear you. Let's see.
Can you hear me now?
Still can't hear you. Let's see. How do I fix that?
I can hear you. We got to love these technology glitches, but I can hear you.
For whatever reason, I can't hear you. Hold on. Let me check something.
Why don't you close out of this and then just use that link again and then try coming back? Because
I can't hear you. Can you send me a link on Facebook?
I can't. I'm so
for Facebook Live.
Yeah. Here we go. Scott, close out of this link and then reopen it and see if that works. There, he's going to close out. We're going to see if we can get him back. I would love to talk to him. He can hear me on Facebook, so he should be able to hear me. Everybody else hear me. I love technology when it works. When technology doesn't work, it is the most frustrating thing. So we're going to try this again.
I can hear you now.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay, that's because you had your Facebook going, and you must be on a Windows machine.
Yeah.
It's like a Verizon commercial. Can you hear me?
Okay. So, so Scott, what's going on in your life that this was ironic and you needed to hear this?
Oh, well, I had a dream last night that I won $50,000, and I woke up to activate brain to 100% potential, genius brain frequency, gamma, binaural beats, birds chirping, and like waterfalls and God told me that everything's gonna get better regardless of circumstances, and to just have faith and share love. And I've been seeing a lot of people that haven't come together for a while start to like come together in love, and it's pretty touching to see people that might have fought in the past come together and want to create the best possible scenario and experience for each other. And so I was just scrolling through Facebook, and I was thinking about what goals I need to accomplish to make that possible on my part. And yeah, you ended up having this video. You said like how you just randomly had this book and you were opening it, and yeah, I thought that was ironic.
Well, it is ironic because of we're doing what is called a branded or stranded challenge this week, because I'm a business coach and a life coach, and trying to help people achieve their goals and their passions in their lives, and giving them some instruction.
Yeah.
Also, I'm shameless. I'm trying to get clients, and so we're doing this challenge. Well, the reason why they call it a challenge, Scott, is there's so many challenges putting these things on. There's challenges that arise whenever you try to go to a new level. There's always going to be a new devil, is what I put it.
Yeah.
And everything and everyone around you and in your environment wants you to succeed. They just don't want you to leave their level.
Yeah.
They don't want you to leave. They want, and in fact, your own. We have this own, our own piece. We have this. We have our own. We have our own stuff on the inside of us that wants to keep us where we are, because it's a lot more comfortable and it's a lot more familiar.
Yeah.
Stepping into another dimension, another level. So it's. So I just wanted to leave you with that advice. I mean, you got to, and the best thing I could tell you is to write down what you want, and write down when you want to get it. Write down a service in which you're going to give in exchange for it. Write down a plan of how you're going to bring the service into action, and then write down a life statement of how you feel now that the thing that you want is already in your possession, and you're operating and you're doing what you want to do. And most people won't write anything down, and therefore they don't get anything, and they don't. What we talk about is generally what current life. If all you talk about is your present circumstance, that's what you're going to wake up to tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day. If all your conversation is based on where you are in your life, that is all you're going to have. And and we have conversation when it comes to the things of God, things of the metaphysical realm, the things of we have conversation. What we need is conversion.
Yeah.
But we love conversation, and conversation will keep you. It'll be a nice conversation,
right?
But it'll keep you where you are. So I just thought I'd bring you on because of your comment that you posted here, and I'm glad you played full out. But
yeah, my roommate, my friend Dreamer, we were just talking. We were just talking about goals and the goals that we wanted to achieve right before we scrolled onto your page, and we're talking about God and what He's done for us and how grateful we are. And yeah, we've been through a lot of stuff in our life, and being able to overcome that threshold of realizing where you're at and then where you want to go, and not just talking about how things are, but how you want things to be, is healthy for, having that mindset of that you're not just stagnant where you are, but that you have desires and that persistence to grow through all that.
This is what Mary says. Put it up on the screen for you. This is what Mary says. She's one of my clients, and she says to get unstuck, you just take a step forward and you get unstuck. But if you continue to focus on where you are, that's exactly where you're going to be tomorrow.
Yeah.
Focus on where you want to be. So what do you want to do, Scott?
Well, I'll tell you a little bit of my circumstance real briefly. Basically, I was laid off. My dad was had some health thing go, and it was a miracle that he pulled out with the blood pressure of an athlete at 65 years old. And he was out for 20 hours for a couple days, and he was unconscious. Doctors didn't know what was going on with him. And so, yeah, he ended up coming out of that better than before, and more grateful for life and everything, and sharp as a whistle. But so I was laid off due to that. They said it was fine to go see my dad when he was in the hospital. And then I came back and they said, well, we'll have you on call. And then they said, well, we're going to quarantine you for 2 weeks due to coronavirus. And so it was really hard because I just found my place again with work. And this was earlier this year. And so I've been out of work since then, I'm in a small town that doesn't have many jobs. I don't have a car. And so, yeah, it's been tough. And I've been praying about it and trying to take steps to reach out. And my water heater was leaking. And so it ended up costing me I had $1,000 electric bill, and I didn't realize that my water heater was leaking. And then I had a $600 and something water bill and $1,000 electric bill. So I did, there was like $1,600 there. The water, it's winter, the water and electricity was going to get shut off. I applied for some help for those from some charities, and I ended up getting that all paid for. And then I wasn't sure how I was going to pay my phone bill. And my mom never does this, but she decided that she was going to, as part of my Christmas present, she was going to pay my phone bill. My phone was going to shut off. My water was going to shut off. My electricity was going to shut off. I was going to be in the dark and the cold, no shower, no laundry, no anything, no way to wash my hands, anything. And no way to do dishes, all this stuff, no toilet to flush. And so I've been extremely blessed. And I even had a friend send me $400. I've just been having faith in God, and he's looked out for me. And, you got to take action yourself. But in trying times, you have to have faith that, because fear is going to get the best of you if you don't. And so through the struggles and the unknown and the gray zone, it's important to have that faith, because faith is the first goal in my mind. Because if you don't have that faith, then how can you ever pursue it? And so every need I've had, whether it's paying my rent or electricity or water or phone bill or anything, random people have stepped up to look out for me. And I got a phone call about the water, and she said, well, we can cover $300. And this was from a church and around where I'm at. And she said, well, but what's that going to do for the other 300? You're going to be stuck with that. And so she made a phone call. And after she said, let's pray about it. And we did. And first phone call that she made, they pledged $300 and they covered the other half. And so I have water and electricity and food and phone and internet and everything that I could have ever dreamed for stability and having time to figure things out. And I had a friend help me find a job that I applied for. I'm waiting to hear back from him. to do heating and cooling systems as an apprenticeship. And having faith, I'd say, would be the first goal. And knowing having a vision for that there is a better life out there for you, and to have faith and take action. So.
Well, another ironic thing I'll leave you with, Scott, is what I just opened up my phone to, and it's, see, God has come to save me. I will trust in him and not be afraid. The Lord God is my strength and my song. He has given me victory. And there is another verse that says, my God shall supply all of your need according to his riches and glory. Infinite intelligence has no lack and no limitation. And every person that has ever amounted to anything, Thomas Edison had a third grade education, Scott. He had a third grade education. It was not Les Brown, one of my favorite motivational speakers of all time. He was told that he was uneducatable. He was mentally retarded. He's a motivational speaker today. He gets paid millions of dollars a year to motivate people.
Oh yeah, he's one of my favorites too.
And so he will talk to you about stepping into your greatness and recognizing there is a talent and there is Mary talked about the fire of desire, lighting your desire on fire and pouring gasoline on the dream. And in Habakkuk in the Bible, it tells us to write down what we see and make it plain. So that the runner, if we gave that word to somebody else, they could read our goals and they could understand where we're going to go. So you got to draw yourself out a map that if someone else can understand it, you can understand it. Make it plain.
Yeah.
Figure out what it is. Where do I want to be in 5 years? Where do I want to be in 10 years? Do I want to be exactly where I am? Yes, God comes to save us. And yes, he provides our needs according to his riches and glory. Now, who sets our needs? We always say, well, he'll meet your needs and not your wants. Well, then somebody is lying to us then, because there are people out there that are making $1.6 million a day. A day.
Yeah.
And there's others that take 40 years to make $1.6 million.
Or never.
Or never. But they, if you work 40 years at the same company and make $40,000 a year, you'll make $1.6 million. You'll be a millionaire by the time you're dead. I mean, but there's people that do that in a day, what takes people a lifetime. So
what's the difference? Yeah.
But we say God will provide all my need. Does he provide the guy? Then evidently he's providing $1.6 million for another guy, and he's only providing you $60 for you.
Right.
Now, is he a respecter of persons, or what he does now? He calls us co-workers. We have to be willing to put in the effort and put in the time and put in the discipline and, put in the, if I wanted to, for instance, play a game of golf, would it be good to ask the butcher, or should I go get a golf coach?
Yeah, golf coach.
If I wanted to play the piano, could I learn it on YouTube? Sure. I'm playing Mary Had a Little Lamb within a year on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But if I really wanted to have faster results, I'd probably get a piano instructor that I can see every week. Well, you got
to work with them.
With life though, do most people will not get a life coach to save their life because they don't think their life is worth it. They don't think they can afford it, so they think they'll just continue to try to flounder through, but yet they want to be great in life. They'll send their kids to dance lessons. We will buy stuff. We will buy $5 energy drinks sometimes, and uh, we will waste money on crap in our life and say we don't have the money to improve our life.
Yeah.
So it's hating. It's you gotta hate you gotta hate the discipline. You gotta hate being where you are more than you hate the discipline it takes to win.
Right.
And so you have to set your priorities, guys. You have to set your priorities. I didn't know where this day was going when my partner Chris came down ill last night. She was going to be talking about branding. Well, hopefully, I'm branding a message on your heart right now and in your life that this was divine orchestrated by God that you needed to be here today.
Yeah, definitely. People wonder why horrible things happen or whatever, and got a lot of it's man-made or whatever. That free will. You're given the opportunity to work with God or against God, and He tells you, how to do it and what principles you need to uphold in order to get there. And so yeah, like you said, working with the person that's mastered the field, whether that's life or golfing or whatever, somebody that's already doing it. It's important to have a mentor like that in order to figure things out, because you don't have to do all this stuff on your own. And whether that's with God or people, God's put in your life, I think it's important. And so the difference between that millionaire and the other person, might be, like you said, that persistence of and that faith. And it's not that God loves one person over another. It's what are you willing to sacrifice and do to overcome where your current circumstance is.
I would like you to meet somebody right now, if you wouldn't mind. I wonder if she's available. So.
I like your branded or stranded. It's pretty catchy.
It's well, being an entrepreneur is the best way to earn a living today. It's also one of the worst ways.
Depending on what steps you're taking, and if that's the blind leading the blind or somebody that's been there before. Kind of like when you go to a new city and you're with a friend, they show you around the town because they've been there.
Trying to get Mary Frances up here, so see if she can join us. I don't know if she can, but she's got a lot of good things to say right now, and I'd just rather have her say them. And while you're here on here, there's a reason for everything. So let me just see if she's there. Are you there, Mary? I just sent you a link to your messenger. If you could join us, I'd like you to come on. I think you've got some powerful things to say. I'd just rather have you on the screen versus me, and you can talk to Scott. So we'll see if she can join us. I think she can, because she hasn't told me get lost yet. So. But there's a reason for everything. There's a reason my partner got sick yesterday, and I guess you were the reason today, Scott.
Why is that?
Well, God heard your prayer last night, so let me just add her, just bring her on in. Hey, Mary.
Hey.
This is one of my clients. She's a life and health coach, and she's got a lot of wisdom behind her. So I'm gonna let you talk. This is Scott. He just randomly selected me. So he saw my hat and said, I want to listen to that guy. So
I've seen his videos before and been on a couple lives, but not too often. Been pretty busy, but yeah, just kind of came up upon it as I was talking to my roommate about goals and God.
All right, there we go. I've got a better connection now.
Perfect.
Sorry about that. So yeah, basically, seek counsel, not advice. Okay, you go to your friends and you say, "So, what do you think I should do?" Well, if you're asking your friend and they're in the same boat as you, or they're in another sinking boat,
Yeah.
what's going to happen? Okay, so John and I, just going to put a plug in for myself there. We can both help you out, John better than I, in regards to seeking counsel. Get out there, find out ways. If we've already gotten on that boat and that boat has started to sink, we've gotten off of it, and we've gone to another boat, a bigger boat, a better boat. That's what you need to do. I understand that needing a job right now. Trust me, I understand that. Not everybody can afford to just throw themselves out there and say, hey, I'm going to start a new business. And John's helped me right now go ahead and start my new business. And sometimes he says things without opening his mouth or without saying something really, but he'll say something that will just make you go, So I wrote down my goal like he was telling you to, and and I put it on my mirror, and it said by March, I will be making at least $5,000 a month by offering health, life, and coach therapy, as well as Reiki therapy to customers or to clients. Well, and I told John, I said, I've put in my last day to be March the 20 something. And he said to me, I don't know if you remember this, he said, or before. And I'm like, yeah, like I can afford to quit my job before then. He said something yesterday that was like, you were saying it to Vicky, I believe, that, about, you've got to spend money to make money. Well, yeah. If I wait until March 20th to want to be making something, but I'm spending 8 hours a day working for somebody else, that leaves very little time for me to work towards my goal. So I said, okay, this is great. I am going to quit my job as of December the 31st. That'll give me 3 solid months to work towards my goal. Okay. Yeah. I'm still working towards it, but I needed to know that I needed to be able to put myself out there 100% for at least 3 months in order to make my goal. Right now, I'm only able to give 50%, but I give 100% of my time during that 50% of my time that I can do it.
Right.
So, with that, John's over there laughing because he knows the bombshell. I put out there that, when life throws you a curveball, sometimes you just have to join the game and have fun. I was told that basically I was going to lose 7 days worth of pay if I left on December the 31st. And being my father's child, I'll be damned. I've worked for the company for 9 years. So I went through and I scheduled my time off, John. It's now just January the 15th. That will be my last physical day to work. But I've scheduled as much time off between now and then that I could in the calendar. So, you can either give up, you can jump ship in the middle of the ocean, and hope you know how to swim, or you just keep going. And the song says, when you're going through hell, just keep on going. I'm not going through hell. I am going through the best and most wild ride of my life. John's pushing me, and he's really helping me.
Amen.
And I understand right now you may not be able to afford any services like this, but my whole purpose of saying this all is, do not give up hope. Do not give up your desire. You've got this. You've got this. Just keep on going. Just keep on going. You've got faith. You've got hope. You've got passion.
Thank you.
You've got everything it takes, everything you need. And the good Lord is definitely looking over you right now. So, just go for it. And if you have any questions, feel free to, I'll help any way I can.
Appreciate it.
And just let us know.
Thanks, Mary. Thanks for coming on. So
you're very welcome. I'm going to head back to work now. You
all
guys
right,
have a good one.
I'll talk to you later, Mary. Take care.
Have a good one. Thanks.
You're very welcome. God bless.
You too.
Well, Scott, what'd you think of that?
Well, I've been thinking about a lot of goals that I've been dreading based on the circumstance, the present circumstance. They seem overwhelming for me, and I feel like I've needed help with figuring all that out and getting to that place of discipline that I desire. And, I've been through a lot of depression. I had a real hard breakup of a woman I was with for four years, and that was 2 years ago. And I did a subconscious meditation where it kind of goes deep into the present moment and how you seeing your child self and having love and compassion for that child self between when you're a kid and now. And that's, part of the growth and the self-healing and understanding how you really feel, and sparking that desire back up, because I feel like I've lost a lot of the desire of a better life and just settled for, what the present circumstance. I lost that vision. And so it's really neat to hear people out there care and know a little bit about how that's accomplished. And yeah, it's reassuring to hear that, especially when that's been on my mind a lot lately. And so I feel like almost like the stars are aligning, sort of thing. And God's reaching out to me in many ways and letting me know that He's here, and that He's actually communicating with me right now. So I'm listening and excited for what's to come.
I'll tell you, Scott, I have a program that people, I want to make affordable to you. It is 3 months of unlimited life coaching, business coaching, where you have unlimited access to me for 3 months for just $497. Now, people say, I don't have $497 now. Well, can you do $125 a month? And then you have unlimited access to me for, in fact, I just you pay me $125 a month, and you'd have unlimited access to me. They're 15-minute, I call them bullseye targeted sessions. But in order to get out of where you're at, you're going to have to get a life coach. You're going to have to, or at least start writing some goals down. Let me just recommend a book to you.
Accountability coach is really
You're
positive way.
the best thing to do is get somebody to kick you in your asset before everything becomes a liability.
Yeah.
I do it for free, but I know the things that we get for free we value the least. And now I hope that you'll take this time as a visitation from God Himself. Not me. I'm not God. God's just, you woke up to, you had this dream last night. Now,
And then after the dream, I one of my good friends from my hometown just had a baby born, and the baby's name was Patience.
patient, persistent.
There's a lot from all directions.
But again, you got to remember Thomas Edison was had a third grade education, and he took 10,387 attempts to create the filament for the incandescent light bulb. And he was asked, "How does it feel to have failed that many times?" And he says, "I didn't fail that many times. I successfully figured out how it wouldn't work that many times.
How it wouldn't work yet."
But I successfully."
That's a lot of people's lives right now, because they haven't had proper guidance. They
continually look at the failure,
it doesn't work.
if you continually look at the failure, though, if he looked at it as he failed that many times, he wouldn't have made it.
Yeah.
He was an inventor, and an inventor is he was an eliminator. He eliminated everything that didn't work. When Babe Ruth, everybody knows him for the home runs. Nobody knows him for the strikeouts and the times he showed up to the baseball field drunker than a skunk. But everybody knows him for the home runs. But they don't know his failures. They don't know him for the. But if it weren't for the failures, his name wouldn't be in the history books. The McGuire fella and Sammy Sosa and those people. Nobody knows them for the strikeouts. They know them for their successes, but they don't know them for the strikeouts. When we went to the moon the first time, did you know they altered the course probably 3,000 times on the way? Because of the trajectory kept getting off. So they failed their way to the moon. Their original plan did not work, so they had to adjust. And so, not everything's going to work out the way you want it to work out, but it's going to work out the way God has intended it to work out.
And the difference between somebody that's not successful and then somebody that's successful, in my mind, would be that they learn from the experience and they realize, they understand, they humble themselves and they realize, okay, well, that didn't work, but I'm not giving up.
No, you got to keep moving forward. So, you just got to keep moving forward. So, I would suggest strongly that you keep in touch with me, and I'll be a resource to you when I can. So, but I want to thank you for coming on and being brave enough to come on. A lot of people would have been like, "No, hell no, I don't want to come on. I don't want to come on." But so just
it's the least I could do. It basically, I mean, it couldn't be more obvious that I was meant to hear this message. So appreciate your time.
But we're rooting for you, and and if you want access to this video, because the rest of the videos on my timeline and anything like that are going to go down, but there is a group you can join. It's right there at the top, jonathanribble.com/challenge. Register at that website, join the group, and you'll have access to the videos. So,
okay, great.
Okay, so you have a great day, and we'll hopefully touch base with you in the future. Okay?
Yes, definitely. If you could send me that link to my messenger,
Sure.
That'd be awesome.
Thanks, Scott.
Thanks, and you're awesome. I love what you had to say.
What's that?
Look at the
I
camera.
said, thanks, and you're awesome. I love what you had to say.
Well, I love you too, buddy, and I'm certain you're amazing in your own right. So God bless you guys both, man. Just keep the
Mountain.
faith, keep the faith, and keep smiling. It's a small curve that sets a lot of things straight, guys. Merry Christmas to you.
Well, you're changing lives. Appreciate what you do.
All right, take care, buddy.
Merry
God
Christmas.
bless.
Bye. God bless.
Now, wasn't that amazing, guys? Wasn't that amazing? Hey, Wilma, did you still having issues with your eye? Are you still there, Wilma? I don't know if Wilma is still there or she can hear us, but I didn't know if you were still having issues with your eye. But would love to bring you on screen, but not if you're still having trouble with your eye on this platform. So this platform tends to work better with video. So let me shut off my phone now. Anyway, guys, God shows up in the most mysterious places and all that. So I want to talk to you guys. For those of you that will watch this later, you'll come into this challenge. You'll be like, how did that take place? What was that about? We're supposed to be learning about how to brand our business and brand our coaching business. You just saw a coaching session, guys. You just saw a lot of times we're going to give ourselves away more than we're going to give. It's more blessed to give than it is to receive. And that young man needed help. And as a coach, you have to have the mindset of saying, hey, I am here to, I'm being poured out like a drink offering, like the Apostle Paul said in the Bible, I am being poured out like a drink offering. You know, let's see, where do I still have it here? I know I've got some around here. I just had it. I know they're here. I know I've got some. If I can find one, that would be great and wonderful. But I had a rubber band. But my point is, when you wring out a rag, you squeeze that rag out, guys. That rag is going to be, it is going to be incredibly squeezed out, and you're going to feel like you can't go anymore. If you desire to be a coach of any level, let me tell you this: the Bible tells us that anyone who desires to be a leader, they desire to be a good thing, but take heed. Leaders incur a stricter judgment. Now, I don't think that judgment is from God. I don't necessarily even think that judgment is from people. I think that judgment is basically the universe that's going to judge us to an extent that says, are you serious? Do you really believe this stuff? Do you really believe this stuff when everything looks like it's going in the opposite direction? Are you willing to be a coach? And are you willing to do this when everything says the opposite? Because it's like in the book that I just read here. I just opened it up, and you won't believe it. I don't have a bookmark in this book, but it opened up again to the same page. Must be a reason for it, isn't it? Back everything you do with unshakable persistence. Resolve in advance that you will never, ever give up. Once you have determined your financial goals, resolve in advance that you will persist until you succeed. Make a decision that you will overcome every problem, setback, difficulty, and adversity until you finally win through and achieve your financial goals. I wanted to talk about branding and give you guys a branding board and a branding kit and all that today. But where I'm finding with the level of experience that's in this group, the level of technical experience that's in this group, uh, it wouldn't matter. That's the truth, guys. It wouldn't matter. I'm gonna be really strong on this point. Don't try to do this yourself, guys. Don't try to do this yourself. Get some help and get some because this you can learn this stuff and you can take the time to put things together and put your landing pages together and your emails together and your automations together and your integrations together and all that. But it's you need to focus on what's going to make you money, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. I was going to talk about branding and have Chris show you how to put together branding templates, but I don't think we're there yet. We have to learn how to get clients. Um, and I guess I wanted to take you through just a few short things that you can do right now that I have done. And this is how I've got my clients, guys. These are the secrets I'm about to share with you of what I've yes, I agree, Mary. Focus on your strengths, not on your weaknesses. So these are some of the secrets. So if you watch this later, these are some of the secrets that I have used. This is how you're going to get clients, guys. This is how. It's called grassroots marketing. It's called direct response marketing. It is called giving till it hurts marketing. Okay. I don't have any more fancy terms for it. It's the truth. It's grassroots. It's gives till it hurts. It is going back to the basics. Like we talked about yesterday or the day before, marketing, branding is about getting people to remember your name. Direct response marketing is getting people to a buying decision. So you have to, that's what I want to focus on today because I don't think most people, if you don't have 5 years to brand your business, you don't have an unlimited resource at your disposal to just brand your business. You don't have that luxury. So what you do have to do is you have to say, okay, I do need a funnel. I do need a website. I do need those things in this day and age. That is something I need, but I need to get a client. This is how you're going to go out and get a client, guys. So I hope this is helpful. Number one, you're again, go back to your ideal client. Go back to your ideal client. Where does your ideal client, where, Cassandra, are you available? Because I want to have a conversation. I want to have a conversation. Mary's working. I want to have a conversation with you. Are you available? Or are you working? If you're available, Cassandra, I want you to come on because I think this would be valuable experience for you. But I want to have a conversation with somebody. So not just me rambling. I want to have a kind of an interview. So let me just see if she's available. Well, I'm not. Well, Messenger. Messenger's not really working very well. Facebook is having. Let's see here. Cassandra's available, so I'm going to bring Cassandra on. We'll just have a conversation here. So, she just said I'm free. So, good, because I can't afford you. Something went wrong. Okay, we're going to restart this thing. Oh my gosh, now I got it all in Chinese. Oh, Technology. Gotta love it. Okay. I'm going to send her a link. See if this works. There you are. There you are. So just join me when you can there, Cassandra. And here we go. So we'll wait for a few minutes, but I want to talk to you today about how to get a client. And I want to use Cassandra as an interviewee and take you through the process of how I met Cassandra. And so when she gets on, hey there, Raina, but this is going to be a valuable tool today of how to just go about getting clients. This is what you do. You first of all, you got to know your closing ratio. And then you got to know how many appointments does it take to get a presentation? How many presentations does it take to get a sale, and so on. So we're going to have this conversation. We're going to just talk about things. So we'll bring her on here, and here she is. So Cassandra, how are we doing? How are we doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Thanks for playing full out today. So Cassandra, what I'd like to do today is just have somewhat of a conversation about how we should go about getting clients. Because I wanted to do branding and brand colors and how to pick your brand and how to pick this and all that. But what I've been finding when I'm going through people's Facebook pages anyway is they're not to that point yet. And I think they've got to just go out and find a client so they can bring some revenue in. That's the name of the game. So what I would like to do is just kind of talk with you and have a conversation about generating clients. Do you find that would be helpful?
Absolutely.
Okay. So let's talk about how I found you.
Okay.
Do you remember?
Yes, I do. I
Well,
do.
take us through it.
So I was at work. If my boss is watching this, well, bigs up. But I was at work and I was going through my phone and you were doing a live. You were doing a live and I don't remember exactly what the topic was, but at that point in time, it spoke to me. I just knew that I was at work and I felt stuck and I needed to do something different because I was doing the same thing over and over and over again, getting the same results. And I just needed to do something different. And I reached out to you. Actually, I commented on your live and I said, hey, I really needed to hear this, something along those lines. And you reached back out and you might have said something along the lines of, are you free for a video chat? And I was like, yeah. And that's my recollection of how we connected.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to get to today. So, um, a I think it was in a group called Think and Grow Rich Mastermind.
Yes. Yes, it was.
And they, as long as you don't do self promotion or spam or anything like that, they will allow you to post videos to that group as long as you're teaching the book Think and Grow Rich, as long as you're teaching from that material. And so I joined that group and I began to post videos. And I would get everybody that gave me a comment, I would say something along the line, and this is how you can do it. So, Wilma, if you're listening out there, you're wanting to be a weight loss coach. Well, yeah, and then when we determine our ideal client, we've got to know where they're going to be, not necessarily where we're going to be. And we might not even be in a group where our ideal client is. Are you see, my ideal client is probably, and I've learned this the hard way, my ideal client, now I will find some, I think I even found Mary through the Think and Grow Rich Mastermind. But my ideal client could be in another business or another entrepreneur or another golf group. Even though I don't golf all the time, but the people that are into golf are typically executives and business owners and all that. They are kind of they're my ideal clients. So figure out where your ideal client would hang out and post things. It may not be even in the group that you're, sometimes people are in the groups that we think they're going to be in. Our ideal client is in this group, and they're in the group because they're wanting to gather what's free and what's available and just have a soapbox, but they're not necessarily the client that we really are after. Because they're not the ones that are going to buy anything. And
That makes a lot of sense.
so we could be targeting in on, Think and Grow Rich Mastermind, Think and Grow Rich Mastermind. Well, if anybody's rich already, they're typically not going to be in Think and Grow Rich Mastermind. They are going to be in another group. So I'm not saying that for Wilma, I'm not saying that she can't get any clients out of the Weight Watchers group, but the Weight Watchers group is very scrutinized on what you can post and what you can't post. So you could be, there are threads to a post. So the Get Ahead Challenge, for instance, the Get Ahead Challenge has 24,000 wannabe coaches. And I am very adamant with people about your coaching practice. In order to, you really got to be committed to it for life versus just I'm going to try this. Number one, you're not going to try coaching because you are actually, when we are teaching material, we are advising people. We are saying it will work out. We're telling them that, before success comes in any person's life, they're going to have some setbacks along the way. And we're telling them to keep on keeping on. But when the difficulties come in our life, are we willing to take our own medicine? Are we on that same journey of weight loss, financial prosperity, whatever it is that we're wanting to coach? Are we on that same journey? So but what do you think about those things that I just brought up, Cassandra?
It makes a lot of sense. And, John, you're talking about being on the same journey. And I can't speak for other coaches, but sometimes there's that element of, dare I say, hypocrisy, because you're absolutely right. It really does require some self-assessment. Am I taking my own medicine? Am I on the same journey? Do I have a coach? Did I invest in me? So these are all great questions.
And I think what about and this is something I've had to learn. I've thought, okay, I'll go into Think and Grow Rich. Now I am in the group and I do love the material, but the people that are in the group aren't necessarily my ideal client. My ideal client is in another group that I am not in. So we got to figure out those groups where our ideal clients tend to hang out. But how do we do that if we don't know our ideal client?
Right.
And our ideal client is, and that can be now group coaching. I want to get into this a little bit too, because group coaching, especially with Zoom today, John, I can't afford your $150 an hour. Can you afford 50? Because if I can get 10 other people that can afford $50, because like Cassandra, you want to help women and men sometimes out of a narcissistic relationship, toxic relationship, and that's what you resonates. And as I've discussed with you in the past, I don't believe you're just that. I don't think you're just that. I think you're going to evolve into other things. But if that's the case, a lot of them may not have an extra $1,000 laying around
Right.
per month. But if you can get a group of 10 of them to do group sessions and you're talking to 10 people at a time versus one at a time, and they can each come up with $30 to $50, that's $300 to $500 an hour instead of just $150 an hour. So there's advantages to how can I build a group? How can I build group coaching? So, but when I go, the key on social media, and I found out this the hard way, is when you're in a group, number one, respect the house that you're in. That group has paid dearly, sacrificed time, invested things in getting people into the group. They've made, for instance, if you go into the units section on this group, there is worksheets. There are going to be lead magnets installed in there. There's going to be templates installed in there. Those just didn't happen. Those were created and they took some time and we took effort. So what I'm saying is if you join a group, for instance, Cassandra has a group. It's called Paradigm Shift Accountability Group that she created. She's got about 120 members in it, but she took some time and she invited people, and others have invited people, and she does videos in there every day, and she's trying to keep that group alive. And it would be wrong of me to just come in there and spam those members directly and just say, hey, come on over to my group. I'm much better than yours. And I've had to learn that the hard way, because I'll proselytize all day long if it'll include. That's how I was with my bank account. And I've learned that the hard way with social media. Social media is a lot different than two car lots competing together. Because I had no problem. If I knew one of my clients was down at another car lot, I had no problem in taking our car that I was just showing them, driving it down to that other car lot and driving it through that car lot. I had no problem. I was shameless when I was in car sales and when I trained car salespeople. I was shameless. But that was direct selling. That was very direct. So in social media, I thought I could use the same tactics, right? I'm a coach. You need my help. This is what I do. And I would slam people with my offer. For instance, I can't tell you the number of people that I get messaging me every day. And the first thing I don't get, hi, how are you? My name's Bill. My name's June. My name's Wilma. And I found you on another group. I read your profile. Nothing like that. Yeah, I get an advertisement sent to me about looking at their Bitcoin or about looking at their investment opportunity or their e-commerce plan. Or I had a young kid. He looked probably 13 years old in his picture. The other day, he sent me a message. He said, are you a coach? I said, how can I help? The response I got was great. Not, I'm this is who I am. This is the reason I was asking as I help. Wasn't even any of that. It was great. If somebody asks you a question in social media, answer the question.
Mm-hmm.
Type out a response. If they say, how are you doing? Don't respond with great, or don't respond with, here's my e-commerce platform. Send something of that. Be a person of value. The key is be a person of value during social media.
I'm taking notes as we speak.
during your social media campaigns, you have to be a person of value. You have to give till it hurts. And there are gonna be. I actually got one of my messages from you the other day, and it was Pearl, or a couple weeks ago. We're gonna have them in life, guys. We're gonna have them, and they're called pigs. And you are gonna have a lot of pigs in your group. You're gonna have a lot of takers, not givers. she was, Wilma says I was always confused with those messages. Yeah, that's about the Bitcoin and my investment strategy and all these messages that come through where people, it's just people trying to spam you, Wilma. That's what it is. And what you don't want to do is you don't want to be in that same situation. You don't want to spam people. That's the worst thing. I had to tell this young kid, he looked 13 in his profile picture. He says, I help coaches get clients. Well, number one, clean up your profile picture. Don't look like you just got out of the shower. If you're going to if you help coaches get clients, show me some results and that you actually have a client. And you wouldn't be spamming me if you help coaches get clients. You'd already have the ability to advertise or whatnot. I don't need a bunch of spam messages from you. So you don't want to do that. When I first got into it, though, I was like, anybody that watched my video and commented, I was like, I was a tack dog right then and there. Slam, bam, thank you, ma'am. Do it today, do it today, do it today. And I've learned since that I need to build a relationship with the people. So here's my rule. You want to be my friend? Then there must be a video chat. There must be a video chat. And you're thinking, my gosh, that's a lot of work, John. Yeah, it is. It is. But I am not just going to keep building my profile. If somebody sends me a request, it's one thing if I request them and they accept me. But if somebody requests me and wants to be my friend, I am going to ask them for a video chat or else they do not get in. I am not going to keep building my profile, building my timeline, because a lot of people think, oh, if you just get a bunch of people, then you're going to have a bunch of clients, right? No, because they're not your ideal client. And I'm not using Facebook anymore today to complain about politics, to complain about the weather, to post pictures of my kids or my wife or where we went for lunch yesterday. Some people do that. I don't do that. I'm using Facebook as a platform that when somebody does have a video chat with me and they become my friend, and now I know at least, even if they didn't do anything with me that day, they either resonated with something I said, I know what they do, I know their brand, I know who they help, I know some things about them more than just what I see on their profile page. I've actually met them. And so when I went from, since March of this year, I went from 800 people in my timeline to over 1,600. So that will tell you that I've had conversations with close to, not everybody, but I've had close to 600 video chats with people. So anybody that is watching my video or they're doing that scrolling thing, I remember Scott, I had a video chat with Scott because he saw a video of mine and he left a comment and I had a video chat with him. And I said, okay, even though he's not my ideal client, I'll let him be a friend because he was actually, and then guess what happens today? There's a transformation that takes place in Scott's life that will go down in the history books, maybe not in the history books of this life, but the history books of the next life. When I stand before my Creator and I say, and he asks me, what did you do with the gifts and the talents I gave you? I'll be able to say, remember Scott Nelson? Remember the life I changed that day? And remember the life I gave, the opportunity for Mary and Cassandra to Wilma to speak into the man's life? Remember that? Um, that's so, and then the countless Scott Wilsons that are out there, and the Cassandras and the Wilmas and the Marys that we have contact with. So that's really one of the so the key is when you do social media advertising, you you post a video or you make a post. Somebody responds to your post. If you like the response, if you like what they had to say, click on their name. Go to their profile page first. Go to their profile page first. Learn a little bit about them. Then send them a request and say, hey, thanks for watching my video. I would greatly appreciate connection with you. If they choose to connect with you, because I don't use friend request anymore, because friend request in certain groups will have a keyword ban. So when you type in a keyword on these groups, they'll if I say send me a friend request or FR or DM or PM, if I use those terminology, my comment can get banned from the group. My comment can get me banned from the group. So if I say this now, I would love to connect. Now, if they choose to select me as a friend request, add me as one of your connections. I'll use connections all day long. Add me as one of your connections if you'd like, if you so choose. Would love to have you in my wheelhouse if you so choose. Then if they respond to me and add me as a friend request, select me as a friend, then I will begin to say in the messenger, I'd love to have a video chat with you. Thanks for your friend request. What's prompting the request? If it's a blind friend request, I always ask what's prompting the request. And so that Mary just said that's how we met. That's exactly how we met. And then you go from there. You build the relationship from there, and you have that conversation of how to get. You find out where they are. Like, what do you do, Cassandra? What do you do, Cassandra, right now? What do you do? Are you froze, Cassandra? Are you froze? I think Cassandra's froze. I don't hear her. Are you froze? I think Cassandra's froze. I had to kick her because Cassandra, I think your internet is down. So if you want to come back, you can come back. But anyway, I was going to ask her a few questions about what she does and try to pull out of her some things. So I just had to kick her because she was having frozen issues or internet issues. So anyway, hopefully she'll be back on. But I hope that has helped, guys. When you focus on social media, there's rules of the game. So if you join a group, respect the rules of the group. If they say no spam, no self-promotion, you don't have to self-promote. If I give you value, and if you are a giver, not a taker, because Jesus said, don't take and cast what's precious to you and just give it to the pigs. And I worked with pigs for a long time, guys, and I'm not calling anybody a pig. Please don't take this the wrong way. I posted this on Tony Robbins, and Tony Robbins just absolutely loved it. It's so true. I may not be a person of value. Every place you go, give more value than you take. Give more value. You just give more value than you take, and so the thing you have to realize is if I give you value, and if I resonate with you, you'll say, "My gosh, I want this guy in my wheelhouse bad enough. for him to become a friend, or I'm going to leave a comment. And then if you and don't just spam friend requests. You know, when you guys when you get likes, when there's a like on your post, that's just you know, it's just somebody liking it. I mean, I don't even think they watch the whole thing, guys. So don't worry about it. But if somebody does give a comment, respond to the comment, and then build the relationship from there. So just build the relationship from there. So that is what I would focus on with your with clients. So build the relationship, and then take them through your assessment and try to figure out if you're a good fit or not in that assessment. And who knows, they may have a service that you want, and vice versa. But I think the key is, and if anybody's interested, guys, I can take people through a group session at another time that goes in deeper on all this stuff with some templates. Let me know if you're interested by sending me a message directly. Let me know if you're interested in this. I will take you through a. I am going to leave a comment in the description. There are Cassandra and Mary, you don't have to worry about this, but Wilma, if you want to go to one of those links that's on there, it's called offers. It's got the link. This is it's on the description, and I'm going to go ahead and send it here to you, Wilma. Let me but the you can go to jonathanribble.com/offers. That will list out the different plans that we have for the lead machine to get your funnel set up, to get that landing page finished for you, Wilma. You can go there, jonathanribble.com/offers, and that'll show you the different plans that we have. If you click on learn more on each of them, it'll give you an option for even a payment plan on each of them to make it worthwhile for you. But yes, you can start there. It helps build your brand, your exposure, and all that. Helps you build an email list and all that. But I'm right now, for those of you that are interested and you'd like to go through a course, if I can get 4 to 5 people, I'll only charge $100 per person. I'll take you guys through how I got clients, how to get clients within the next 30 to 60 days. And I can take you through that course. So let me know if anybody's interested, how many people are interested for $100. Each person pay $100. As long as I don't have more than 5 people, I can't do more than 5 people. So the first 5 people that say yes to that, I will set up the course and take you through how to get clients within the next 30 to 60 days, and it'll be guaranteed. You'll be getting clients, so you're good, Wilma, but just let us know, guys, how we can help you achieve your goals in the future, and we look forward to serving you. This has been a blast today. It's been a blast the whole week. We do have Monday. We should have a link out that we're going to be sharing with everybody to make sure you log on to it, because it'll give you access. All these videos, everything that I have done, it's going to give you a lifetime gold membership into the backstage pass of jonathanribble.com, where you're going to see every video that I've put out. All the videos that Omar has, templates, branding kits, everything, the gold packages, all the videos from these challenges that we've done this week. If this has been helpful, and any challenge that we do in the future, and any material that's going to be in the future, that is only going to be a $49 investment. Because as of Monday morning, guys, I'm going to keep the videos up till Monday morning. But as of Monday morning, the videos are coming down. So $49, you'll have access to all of the everything you've seen here in the last 3 days. So we'll be sending out a link on Monday morning for that. But for $49, you'll be amazed at the material you'll get. So guys, if I can help in any way, guys, in the future, please let me know. You guys have been a blast. Thanks for playing full out. Again, the iPad, as I explained, I'm going to let it run through the weekend. We're going to make that announcement on Monday. But for those of you that are watching the replay, you need to go to let me know your experience with branding, marketing, getting clients. Are you successful, and are you charging enough? Are you not? That's what I'd also cover in that getting clients. We figure out your price point. We figure out if you're charging enough. We figure out if you're going to make your financial goals or not, how to get the clients, and how to charge and things like that. So guys, if you want to be a part of that, let me know. Guys, take care. God bless you. It's been a blast. Have a good day.